Watch out!
Just a casual glance, the man seemed to hear the sound of his heart skipping a beat. He suddenly turned back, and snatched the hat away. Annie was so mad she started cursing. She quickly ran after him, but the man disappeared in no time. Just as Annie was about to give up, he suddenly showed up again, and brought back a brand new hat. Annie, who was just traveling, never expected this unexpected encounter would make her the queen of this country. Annie was a top law school student, but lately, she kept hitting walls in her job hunt. Following her best friend's suggestion, she came to Europe's most magical street. It said this place has helped hundreds of thousands find their true love. Annie came full of hope, ready to try her luck, but instead, she ran into a street punk. The man said his actions just now were actually imitating a local romantic legend. Hundreds of years ago, a king snatched a girl's hat, and the two went on to have a breathtaking love story. Annie didn't believe a word he said, but the man's humor did make her laugh. Just as she was about to leave, the man called out to her again. He slowly opened his palm, and somehow had taken her watch without her noticing. Annie was shocked and asked how he did it. The man said it was magic, and if she wanted to know, she'd have to buy him coffee that evening.
If you decide to come, meet me at the fountain at 8:30.
Back at the luxurious palace, though he rode a plain-looking motorcycle, he was actually a real prince. The queen threw a banquet just for him, and took him to meet daughters from noble families, trying to help him pick a future princess. Carl dealt with everything perfunctorily, then rushed to the park to meet Annie. For safety, Annie brought her best friend along, though he changed out of his expensive suit. His noble aura was still undeniable. The friend was very satisfied after seeing him, and said someone who looks like this couldn't be a bad guy. Then she left without worry. It was Annie's first date with the man. She wore a shy yet sweet smile the whole time. They went to a restaurant for dinner. The waiter was startled when he saw the prince. Carl quickly signaled him to stay quiet about his identity. The waiter understood at once, and promptly welcomed them to sit down. Even though it was just a simple meal, because they liked each other, it felt very special. Annie asked Carl what he did for a living. He stammered and said he worked in real estate. Annie thought he was just a regular agent. She had no idea that by real estate, he meant inheriting an entire country. The two really hit it off, and were reluctant to part when saying goodbye.
Good night. I had a great time.
Me too.
Watching Annie walk into the hotel, Carl smiled to himself. After over 20 years of drifting through life, he finally found his purpose.